Hey there, guys, and welcome to episode 81 of the Practice Acceleration Podcast. I'm Tristan Bond. This is Sarah Pappas, and we are ready to tear the house down because today we are talking about a super important topic. We are going to cover fixed mindset versus investment mindset, a cost versus an investment mindset when it comes to your marketing. I am super excited. So we are live streaming this. Sarah, where can everyone watch this? Because I always get the details mixed up. Where can everyone check this out?
So you can find us over on our Facebook page. So you can just search Practice Acceleration and you'll find us over there. Or if you love YouTube, then you can head on over to our YouTube channel. Same thing, Practice Acceleration. Or if you want to head on over to our website, you can also find us on our website, practiceacceleration.com/podcast. And then you can find episode 81. That's how you can find us. But if you are listening to us on Facebook today, type in hey. We'd love to hear from you.
Give us a wave, say hey, give us a like, give us a share, pop in some questions.
Yeah, if you have any questions, pop them into the comments. We will be circling back and helping you with this. But I'm really excited about this topic today, Tristan.
Me too.
Because we're going to be talking about people with a fixed mindset around marketing. They're really doomed to really be stuck where they currently are in their business.
100%.
Or they could go backwards because their growth ceiling, if you think about it, is really, really low.
Down here.
Yeah. But with people with an investment mindset, they're the ones who are really going to grow. And I'm going to show you, we're going to unpack it today. I'm going to show you the difference about the two today.
Yeah. So that way, if you're a fixed mindset right now, we're going to show you how to develop an investment mindset. And the thing is, what we're trying to say is if you've got a fixed mindset when it comes to your marketing right now, we're going to make the absolute assumption that you do not want to be that way. No. And you want to have an investment approach because we've all been there, we've all done it, and I'm going to share some personal stories. So we're going to try to help you to have a more open approach to your marketing and an investment approach to your marketing so that you can do what we do. Push a button, get a client, grow your business, have a whole ton of fun. So let's dive in. Let's get into this.
I just want to dive into it. And the topic of today really is marketing. Is it an expensive cost or is it the best investment you've ever made in your life?
Yeah, and I believe it's the best investment you ever make in your life. All right, so I'm going to cover them. Point number one. So what I'd like to explore with you guys, if you're watching, by the way, please say hey, click like, click share, got comments, pop them in as we go. Got questions, we'll circle back. And if you've got an eye-popping moment, a mind-blowing moment, share that with us. And you've got praise, bring it on. Give us tons of praise.
Love it.
So the point I want is this, marketing as a cost mindset. So if you've got like a cost mindset with your marketing, then first of all, like I said, it's not your fault. We're going to show you how to think differently about your marketing. But if you have a cost mindset with your marketing, you'll be saying things like, marketing's expensive.
Heard that one?
Yeah, it's like, viewing it as a fixed cost. So, I've got to spend this amount in order to get this amount. You're looking at it as an actual cost, whereas I look at it in a very different light. So if you're thinking about someone, maybe they're running AdWords. Let's say, for example, someone's running AdWords and they're doing really well. Let's just say they get 10 new patients from it, right?
Yeah.
And someone with a fixed mindset around it, someone with a cost mindset around their marketing, they go, well, yeah, sure, I got 10 new patients, but I had to pay for them.
Yeah, I had to pay, and it's really expensive.
I had to pay.
AdWords is expensive.
AdWords is the worst. I had to spend $500, but if you think about that logically, they're going to make $500 per patient. 10 times 500 is approximately 5,000. It's exactly 5,000. So
500.
Yeah, so that's pretty sweet. But someone with a cost mindset is, well, I had to spend that. It's almost like, hey, I deserve to get free leads, which is crazy. So the thing is, someone with a fixed cost mindset, they view marketing as an overhead, right? Whereas I think about it as an investment. I try to spend as much as I humanly possibly can, and I'll tell you about the arguments that I have with our accountant in just a moment. So if you've got a fixed mindset, you're like, this is my budget. I'm going to spend this little jar on marketing. This happens all the time, doesn't it?
I hear it all the time. It's very, very common.
So it's like someone will actually interview to come to our program, like, Tristan, what I'm looking for is the best way to get leads without spending a cent. Can you help me? I'm like,
good luck.
Okay, I think you need to completely rewire your way of thinking about this, right? So that's what people come, if you've got a fixed mindset, you'd be like, marketing's an overhead. And you'd be like, and I've got a fixed little jar budget over here. So the other day, we just went through our quarterlies with our accountant. I love my accountant, by the way. Mark, if you're watching
this, say hi.
You're the best. So Mark's also Sarah's accountant as well. Yes. And we recommend him to everyone. He is the absolute greatest. So one of the things that Mark said to me in the last quarter is, hey, Tristan, I'm a little bit worried. By the way, when we went through the statistics, more revenue than ever, more profit than ever, considerably in the last quarter compared to the one before that. And we're already doing well. And what he said was, I'm a little bit concerned. I'm like, what are you concerned about? We're crushing it. He's like, well, your marketing spend's gone up. And I'm like, dude, they are directly related. The marketing spend versus the revenue and the profit, they're all related. They're totally in unison. Where he was like, okay, that's really good. Next quarter, can you spend less in your marketing? I'm like, no, do you not understand? We are pushing a button and we're getting leads. One is directly related to the other. Because if I didn't do that, I'd actually have to physically leave my office and talk to people. Not going to happen. I don't want to go to a meeting. I don't want to go to a meeting. Go to a meeting with someone that's pushy, it's salesy, it's sleazy, it's gross, it's disgusting. It makes me feel like vomiting, actually. That's why I love digital and social media marketing. Push a button, get a lead. It's an investment. So if you're thinking like my accountant was, that is what we call a cost mindset. And if you're thinking like, I've got a little budget for it, then that's a fixed mindset.
We're going to help you shift that.
We're going to fix that for you. All right, that's my spiel on it.
I remember when you came into our marketing meeting, to our traffic meeting, where we go through every single week our numbers and we say, hey, if it's working, how can we scale it up? And you said, guys, well done, you're doing really well. The traffic team's doing well, even though the accountant was saying, he was telling us his story. It was awesome, it was so funny.
Yeah, I'm like, guys, spend more. I'm like, how much more can we spend?
Spend more?
I want to blow it up.
Because we know our numbers, we can spend more and scale it up.
It's an exact science.
So that is number one.
Yes.
If you're thinking marketing is a cost mindset, I'm going to really flip that for you.
Shame on you, but let's change it up.
Let's change it up after this podcast. Number two is let's look at marketing as an investment mindset.
Yes, which is the right way.
And you talked about it before with the AdWords example. I'm going to use that example again, Tristan, when they said, hey, I'm spending $500. AdWords is expensive.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's cheap.
Let's look at it, flip it, and look at it as an investment mindset. So we're going, I love marketing because when I spend, insert $500, I make 10 new patients, which was about 5,000. I'd be pumped about that.
I spend 500, I make 5,000.
Yeah, so
that's pretty good.
Life is good. And then my mindset is, okay, how can I spend more on that? If I'm thinking as an investment, I've just made $5,000 back. How can we scale that up? So I'm thinking every $1 I put in, if you think about it, this mindset, every $1 I put in, I make, say, $5 back. And I go, how can I keep putting more $1 in to keep getting that $5 back?
Exactly.
And that's exactly how I want to just focus on ROI. That mindset is really how you're going to really go from being stuck at that ceiling to really increase your growth and really break through. Yeah,
100%. Like whenever we look at any marketing strategy, and we'll give you a glimpse inside how we think, but a campaign, it's got to be, first of all, it's got to be profitable and it's got to be predictable. And then the next question is, how do we scale that? Which is spend more, and then we'll show you what we do next after that, which is a pretty cool little hack as well.
Yeah, let's kind of go through an example first.
Yeah, one of our members,
One of our members, Nisha.
One of our listeners, we know.
Nisha,
hey Nisha, how you doing? You're an awesome practitioner. You're an awesome marketer now as well.
And do you know what? Nisha has her kids listening to our podcast
does she?
In the car.
That's
awesome. So they're learning a lot
too. Hello to the family.
Hey, say hi.
Your husband John needs to listen.
So Nisha, she's an all-round superstar, a physio over in Sydney, in Bankstown.
Yes.
Nisha, we've been working with you with your AdWords for 4 or 5 years now. So Nisha, just as an example, she's spending $70 a day, and I always push her to scale it up. So you're listening, Nisha, let's scale it up.
Yeah, she's investing $70 a day.
Nisha has really got her conversion and her retention systems down pat, and she makes around $1,400 per patient. I think that's kind of gone up now. And that's
it's $2,300 per patient now.
$2,300 per patient, and that's the gold standard that her team recommend. Every single patient, she knows her numbers, who's going to come through, is going to get converted at that.
It's a predictable patient pipeline. And if you guys have been watching or listening to our podcast for a while, you know that this is all about predictability. You need to know when someone comes in, what are you going to recommend? How do we scale that? How do we make damn sure that every single person in your team recommends that gold standard? How do you train them so you know that they do it? Nisha does it. $2,300. She invests $70 a day. How does this work out? Because you run the account.
Her spend is $2,100 per month. So let's scale it up, Nisha. And when she was on her masterclass last week, we were teaching about Google AdWords retargeting. She said, I had 40 new patients last month just from Google AdWords. 40
new patients per month. So she's spending $2,100 and she's getting 40 new patients. So
If we look at that.
Yeah, like on the first example, that's $53,900, but it's actually more than that. So it's more like 90 grand of revenue per month.
It's insane.
Yeah,
And that's just,
if they all come back at 2,300, so we're going to say at least $54,000
That's
for a
pretty
2,100
sweet.
investment.
And that's how Niche has really shifted her mindset to going, let's focus on ROI so then we can really scale up her ads.
Yeah. And I remember at the beginning it was, I'm spending this one. No, you're not. You're investing.
Yeah.
Why don't we spend more, which is invest more, and then whoop, up it goes. So
And-
that's an example of an investment mindset.
100%. Well, let's go under the hood, really, like a glimpse of how we
pull back the
think.
curtains a little
Let's
bit.
pull back the curtains
All right.
and how we think, Tristan,
100%.
when we're looking at our ads.
All right. Well, I can't share all the secrets with you guys. We've got to keep something up our sleeves. But here's a bit of a glimpse at getting inside my head, inside Sarah's head, of our marketing campaigns. So when something, first of all, a campaign must be profitable. Like this is business. It must be profitable. My number one priority with anything is it must make me money. And that should be the same for you guys, right?
Trust me, we've had tons of campaigns that tank. And
Oh,
we,
yeah.
We kill them off straight away. And we've had many more campaigns than you can imagine that you've had that don't work.
We test small.
We test small, but when they are, we make sure they're profitable and we scale them.
Yeah, then we accelerate and blow it through the roof and take over the race course, right? So first of all, number one, make sure it's profitable. Once it's profitable, we ask ourselves, well, could this scale?
Yeah.
If we, and at what point would it stop scaling? Is there more room to scale it? And typically that means if we don't change any other dynamic, keep it exactly the same, how much more can we spend on this?
Yeah. Can we increase the budget on this and get exactly the same amount of leads
and then
coming back through?
And we have a system for how we increase and how we scale up that spend as well. But ultimately we go, hey, it's working. Can we spend more? Of course we can spend more because it's investing more and we're making a profit on it. If it's profitable, the answer is we push the button more, we make more profit. It's very, very straightforward when you think like that. So that's always my approach. The team will go, hey, here's what's happening. I'm like, why aren't you spending more damn money? Why not? Because it's scalable. So the first thing, number one, is let's spend more.
Yeah,
Okay? That's the
that
first
reminds
thing.
me of the episode we just did on episode 80 when we
Episode
talked
80.
about Erin, one of our clients, around her AdWords. All
Yeah.
she did was one thing,
Osteo from Ballarat.
was increase her spend on AdWords, and
Yeah.
she doubled her new patient numbers. So that's one little hack that you
Damn
can
straight.
do.
And she started slamming
Yeah.
dunking the funk. So then the other thing we look at is, well, if we're going to scale it up, we're going to spend more. Before we actually do that, there's one more thing we look at. We go, hang on, is there anything in this campaign that's not working that we can change?
Yeah.
So we think about this campaign yesterday. We were looking with one of our campaigns. I'm not going to tell you guys specifically the one special secret. It's we actually took one step out of our funnel because we noticed all these leads are going through step 1 and step 2 and we're losing them between step 2 and step 4. Then we changed the appearance of that page, got rid of step 4, added the click button on the page 3, and then we got 4 leads last night from that.
Yeah.
And they're all red hot people that are perfect fits for us and we're the perfect fit for them. So it's like, hey, how do we make a quick little change there? And now, guess what I did after that? I said, hey, Sarah, spend some more damn money. Come on.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So what's not working that we can change, we
Yeah.
also look at that. And then the last thing we do before, and this is the first thing that most people come along and say,
Yes.
I want to just add in, I want to start doing Facebook, I want to start doing Google AdWords, I want to get more
Yeah.
leads, let's add in a new platform. And I
No.
go, hang on, that's going to take you 3 to 6 months to launch, say,
Yeah.
a funnel on Facebook or launch your AdWords.
It ain't the problem anyway.
That's probably not your problem. Let's look
Yeah.
at your campaign. Okay, let's look at, say, your AdWords. Okay, wow, like Nisha's example, you're making tons of money from that, like 56,000. How can we scale
Per
that
month.
out?
Per month.
Per month. Can we spend more money on that? And the answer is most of the time, yes, it is.
Yeah.
We can scale it up. Then if it's not, if they can't scale it
Can we
up,
tweak it?
Can we tweak it? And then we add in, say, a new
Yeah.
platform, but not until we do all of those things. And trust me, normally it's just number one. Can
Yeah.
we scale it up?
Yeah,
And then we tweak
my
it.
most successful physio clinic, all I did was smash AdWords because no one else was doing it. It was just so scalable. It was, seriously, it was the greatest gift that ever landed in my lap. It was amazing. I got in real early on that. So the last thing we look at is, okay, we've scaled the hell out of that. Now, what's the next platform that we go to? And then there's one more question we ask ourselves. If we're looking at any particular campaign, we ask ourselves, how can we verticalize this?
Yeah.
How can we get more of that? For example, we were talking to James, who's a physio from New Zealand just yesterday,
Yeah.
and we're like, how do we verticalize this campaign? So first of all, it was how do we spend more? Because his was at 1,200% ROI, which is pretty good. He hasn't tweaked it yet. When he tweaks it, that'll go even better. He didn't even have an offer on there. Just go back to episode 80
Yeah.
and there's still an offer on that, James, add in your internal landers. So once he tweaks that, that'll go up from 1,200%. Then he's going to increase his spend. Then we're going to verticalize it. So verticalizing it is, for example, Can we use more keywords?
Yeah, more keywords.
Can we target more suburbs?
More suburbs, more locations,
Yeah.
more services, anything like that. How can we verticalize that across
Exactly.
the board?
Yeah, that's the way that we look at this. So there's an issue, like how do people get so caught up on this, do you think?
Yeah, I think the problem with most business owners is they're really looking for a complex solution to solve all of these problems. Let's add in like another channel, let's add in this, all of these hard things. But really, it's normally just a simple fix to it, which is what? Increasing your budget takes 2 seconds to do, let alone they're thinking of this crazy thing, but it's really simple. It's under your eyes.
It's pretty straightforward. You just yell out to your team like this and go, hey guys, increase the budget now, please. It's just like that. And then it basically just happens. All right.
Charge your credit card and the leads just come booking in.
Make sure you put them on your Amex, get double points. You do that, all right? That's pretty much how quickly you do that. But like, I think the issue with humans, well, I'm not qualified to talk about what the issue with humans is, but one of the issues that I see is that when the problem is so big and it is so painful, we go, you know what? This feels so agonizing, it's so frustrating. The solution must be so complex.
Yeah.
The solution typically is actually very simple. Well, the problem is we're not looking at it in a systematic fashion. And you guys can all change the way you look at it. And the change we encourage you to make, and I urge you to make, if you're my client, I demand that you make, is change from a cost mindset to an investment mindset with your marketing. That'll take your ceiling from here to blows the ceiling totally off. So guys, if you're watching this in the live stream, pump in some questions for us. Give us tons of praise. Give us a like. Give us a share. Add some friends in who you think would benefit from watching this. Mum, if you're watching, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of the follows. But if you guys are watching this, you're like, you know what? I want to blow the lid on what's possible for me. I want to be able to get a ton more leads. We're not just saying, I want to retain them better. I want to grow an epic team. We should chat. We should totally get on the line.
Definitely.
So I'm going to pop a link in here. What's the link, by the way?
Yeah, practiceacceleration.com/apply. We'll pop it in the comments. But
Please.
if you're driving in the car, you can come back and listen to it.
Drive safely.
You can head on over to our website, practiceacceleration.com/apply.
If you're at the gym, you can keep pumping that bicep with your left arm, and you can like type it in with your right hand, and you can still apply it at the same time, provided that you can like tap your head and rub your belly at the same time. You'll totally be able to do that. So it is for people that are at 20K per month in revenues before expenses in Australian dollars that really want to blow the lid on what is possible. If that is you, then let's have a conversation. Practiceacceleration.com/apply. We'll hit it up in the link. But guys, don't be afraid to hit us up with tons of praise, because I thought this show was epic today.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
A lot of fun.
All right, we're going to head off.
We're going to wrap it up. That is it for today's episode. We'll see you inside the next one. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Bye for now.
Guys.